part of me just never understood why the fuck I get the baddest karma ever. Like, I don't even know how it be karma because I genuinely don't be doing shit to nobody. I really am a good ass person. Like, I fed a homeless dude, got him and his friend's son a drink, bought him some food, got him a lift wherever the fuck they had to go to, some shelter and everything, and bought them some clothes. Like, and then same day, I lose my car, I lose my man, lose my job. Who the fuck was I helping? Serial killers? Rappers? Who the fuck was I helping? Who?
On December 7th, 2024, at 12:28 a.m. Cincinnati police were dispatched to Trail Ridge Road inside Mount Airy Forest. What they found was not an accident. It was a crime scene. Lying motionless on the cold asphalt was a 20-year-old woman. She had been shot multiple times. Her body showed no signs of a struggle, no attempt to flee. She was pronounced dead on the spot. Scattered beside her were 8 9mm shell casings. No weapon was found. No vehicle nearby. No cameras. No eyewitnesses. No phone. Just a deserted road, a dead body, and a list of unanswered questions. Her name was Lanyah Dawson. That night, she never made it home. The location wasn't random. Trail Ridge Road is deep within the forest, not a place you stumble into. Someone either brought her there or told her to meet them. There were no tire marks, no signs of a robbery. This wasn't an accident. It was an execution. No one has been arrested. No one has come forward. The investigation is open, but progress is slow. Detectives confirmed she was killed where she was found, yet no one in the area reported hearing gunshots. Why was Lanyah targeted? Who wanted her dead? Was it someone close? Or was she just in the wrong place at the wrong time? This is not just a story of a murder. It's a case with no witnesses, no motive, and a victim whose life ended in complete silence. And now, it's time to trace every step that led to her final moment. If you're captivated by real crime stories that peel back the layers of truth, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us as we uncover real cases, raise awareness, and give a voice to the voiceless. Before we dive into today's story, we want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? And how do you feel as the story unfolds? Welcome to Deadly Crime Unmasked, the show where we expose the shocking crimes that rip through communities and the chilling secrets lurking behind closed doors. These are real people, real events, real consequences. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications. You won't want to miss the gripping story that's coming up. Now let's dive in. Lanyah Dawson was a 20-year-old woman from Cincinnati, Ohio. She was born and raised in the city, and most of her life was spent in the local neighborhoods around Cincinnati's west side. At the time of her death, she was living with or near close family members, including her mother and grandmother. She was not married and was the primary caregiver to her young daughter, who had just turned 1 year old before Lanyah's murder. Lanyah had no current or previous criminal record. No public feuds, online threats, or gang affiliations were reported or documented by law enforcement. Police had never listed her as a person of interest in any prior investigation, and no protective orders or violent history involving her name had been recorded in the public system. According to both public records and community statements, she maintained a relatively quiet profile with no known enemies or dangerous associations. She was recognized in her community and online as an aspiring rapper and performer. Lanyah had begun building her career in the local music scene, recording and posting short clips of her rap performances on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Her lyrical content was typical of many young artists, touching on personal stories, ambition, relationships, and life in her environment. Her style drew influence from mainstream female hip-hop artists, and she appeared to be serious about advancing in the entertainment industry. At the time of her death, Lanyah had a small but growing online following. Her Instagram page had a modest but increasing number of followers, many of whom engaged with her posts and music clips. She frequently shared updates about her studio time, short freestyle videos, and lifestyle pictures. Though she was not yet signed to any known music label or management team, she seemed to be making early steps toward a professional music career. There is no current evidence that her music was the source of any threats or negative attention. According to her online and offline behavior, Lanyah kept a routine lifestyle. Most of her time appeared to revolve around raising her daughter, engaging with her fans, and spending time with her immediate family. Her social media content shows several photos and videos featuring her child, her mother, and occasionally her grandmother. There are no recent public indications of disputes, violent relationships, or risky associations leading up to her death. Locally, she was known for her vibrant personality and strong family ties. Though vibrant is a subjective term, people who interacted with her often reference her energy and her consistent social media presence. This visibility within her local circle helped her gain some recognition among small event promoters and other aspiring artists in the Cincinnati area. She had begun to receive invites to perform at small neighborhood events and appeared to be actively trying to expand her network within the entertainment field. Lanyah was not enrolled in college or higher education at the time of her death. No employment details have been released to confirm if she held a regular job aside from her music pursuits. Her primary visible focus was her rap career and caring for her daughter. There were no public fundraising campaigns or social services involvement that might indicate recent financial instability. Family members confirmed that she remained close to her mother and grandmother, who reportedly helped her with childcare and housing support. She often stayed near them and rarely traveled far from home. There is no indication that she had relocated or moved to another state in recent years. Most of her movements and social interactions were limited to the Cincinnati area, especially in neighborhoods like Mount Airy, where she was eventually found deceased. Lanyah Dawson was last seen alive sometime during the late hours of Thursday, December 6, 2024. She had not made any public appearances earlier that day, and her social media accounts remained inactive in the final 24 hours before her death. Based on available records, there were no posts, photos, or videos made by Lanyah on Instagram, TikTok, or Snapchat after the afternoon of December 5th. There are also no phone logs or confirmed messages released to the public that could indicate her destination or plans that evening. Family members later reported that they believed Lanyah had plans to meet someone. However, no one was officially identified. According to her mother and grandmother, she had left home briefly earlier in the evening, but did not mention where she was going or with whom. She reportedly left without her child, which was described as unusual by the family. There were no confirmed sightings of Lanyah by any of her friends or neighbors on the evening of December 6th. No security camera footage from nearby homes or businesses has been released showing her whereabouts. Police have not confirmed whether she took public transportation, used a rideshare app, or was picked up by someone she knew. Investigators later noted that her phone's location data was either disabled or not recoverable. On Friday, December 7th, at 12:28 a.m. Cincinnati, police responded to an emergency call regarding a possible body spotted on Trail Ridge Road, a secluded and poorly lit road deep within Mount Airy Forest. The road is not commonly used during late-night hours and is surrounded by trees and dense brush on both sides. Officers who arrived at the scene confirmed a young female was lying face down near the edge of the road. There were no other vehicles or people in the area. No tire tracks or skid marks were found nearby. According to the official police report, the woman was unresponsive and showed no signs of life. Emergency medical personnel confirmed she had died before their arrival. The woman was later identified as Lanyah Dawson. She had sustained a fatal gunshot wound. Upon further inspection of the area, 8 bullet casings were discovered scattered around her body. The casings were from a 9mm firearm, but no weapon was found at or near the scene. Law enforcement officials concluded that Lanyah had been shot at that location. The position of the casings in the body made it unlikely that she had been killed elsewhere and dropped off. There were no clear footprints, blood trails, or signs of dragging. The shooting appears to have happened at close range. There were no surveillance cameras near Trail Ridge Road, and the darkness of the forest area made visibility extremely limited. As of the time of this report, there are no eyewitnesses, no suspects, and no arrests. Police did not find a cell phone or personal belongings near Lanyah's body. It remains unclear if she was robbed, or if her belongings were taken by the person or people involved in the incident. When police arrived, the scene showed no clear evidence of a physical struggle. There were no overturned objects, no disturbed vegetation, or other indications that Lanyah fought her attacker at the location where she was found. nor were there signs of a car accident or any other incident that might explain how she ended up there injured. This suggests that Lanyah was likely killed quickly and possibly without warning. The absence of struggle might mean that Lanyah was caught off guard or that the attacker was close to her, giving little chance for resistance. However, without more evidence, this remains speculative. Investigators discovered a pool of blood near Lanyah's body, confirming she was shot at the spot. Alongside her, officers found 8 9mm shell casings. The presence of casings at the scene confirms that the shooting took place there, and that the shooter used a semi-automatic pistol. The number of casings indicates multiple shots were fired, though reports do not specify how many bullets hit Lanyah. This detail highlights the violent nature of the attack and helps forensic teams reconstruct the event timeline. One puzzling aspect of this case is the lack of any vehicle at or near the crime scene. Mount Airy Forest is a large park area with limited road access, and Trail Ridge Road is not a place where people commonly walk alone, especially at night. Since no car was found nearby, investigators are unsure how Lanyah arrived at the location. This leads to several possibilities. She was driven there and left by the attacker. She walked or was forced to walk there after being attacked elsewhere. Someone else dropped her off intentionally or unintentionally. The lack of a vehicle raises questions about whether Lanyah was lured to the remote location or taken there against her will. Trail Ridge Road is a secluded, poorly lit area inside a forested park. It is not an obvious place to go voluntarily, especially late at night. This fact suggests that Lanyah was either lured there by someone she trusted or forced to come to that location. Given the remoteness of the area, it is unlikely that she went there on her own accord. This also implies premeditation. The attacker may have planned a location to avoid witnesses and delay discovery of the crime. Surveillance footage is often crucial in criminal investigations. Unfortunately, Mount Airy Forest has very limited security cameras, especially along Trail Ridge Road, where Lanyah's body was found. The absence of cameras means investigators have fewer digital leads. Without video evidence, identifying suspects or tracking movements around the time of the shooting becomes much harder. This lack of surveillance coverage is a significant challenge for the investigation. Police reports and media updates have not specified whether Lanyah's phone, wallet, or other personal belongings were found at the scene. The presence or absence of these items could provide important clues. If her phone was missing, it might have been taken by the attacker to prevent calls for help or to erase evidence. If personal items were left behind, it might indicate she trusted the person who brought her to the location. Without clear information on this, it remains unknown whether her belongings were taken or discarded. Investigators are reviewing traffic and surveillance footage from surrounding roads and businesses to determine whether any vehicles matching a suspect description were seen in the vicinity during the night in question. To gather more information, police issued a public statement encouraging anyone who was in or near the forest area between 11 p.m. on December 6th and 1 a.m. on December 7th to come forward. This appeal includes joggers, cyclists, dog walkers, and anyone driving through or parked near Mount Airy Forest. The police emphasize that even small details can help build a timeline or identify potential witnesses. In addition to canvassing the area and conducting forensic analysis of the crime scene evidence, officers are also reviewing Lanyah Dawson's phone records, social media messages, and recent contacts. The goal is to determine her last known movements and communications before she was killed. Investigators are also interviewing friends, relatives, and individuals who may have interacted with her in the hours leading up to her death. Lanyah's family has also made public appeals for information. In media interviews, her mother, grandmother, and other relatives have asked anyone who knows anything about what happened to come forward and speak to police. The family confirmed that Lanyah had no history of violence, was not involved in criminal activity, and was focused on raising her daughter and building a career in music. They have repeatedly stated that they want answers, not speculation. As of now, the police have not released information about a reward, but there's an expectation that a Crime Stoppers reward may be announced in connection with the case. In many similar unsolved cases in Cincinnati, local Crime Stoppers groups have offered cash rewards for tips that lead to an arrest or conviction. The police are working in partnership with these groups to determine whether a formal reward can be introduced to encourage community members to come forward anonymously. The Cincinnati Police Department continues to encourage anyone with tips or information, no matter how small, to contact a homicide unit directly or leave an anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers. Phone numbers, text lines, and online submission forms are all being monitored as part of this investigation. Any piece of information that can help narrow down a timeline, establish a motive, or identify a suspect is considered critical at this stage. Lanyah's mother, Lanyah Dawson, was among the first to make a public statement. Speaking to reporters, she identified her daughter as the victim. She confirmed that Lanyah was only 20 years old and was the mother of a 1-year-old daughter. Lanyah described her daughter as beautiful, bright, and loving. She stated that Lanyah had goals in life and was trying to make a career in music. According to her, Lanyah had never given any reason for concern about her safety. The mother also made it clear that her daughter had no enemies, to her knowledge, and that the news of her death came as a shock to everyone. Lanyah's grandmother also spoke to local media. She repeated similar statements, describing Lanyah as a bright light in the family. She shared that Lanyah lived close to family and frequently visited them. The grandmother said that Lanyah was especially close to her daughter and always made time for her child, no matter what else she was doing. In the immediate aftermath, several media houses across Ohio picked up the story. Local television news stations and digital outlets published articles describing the circumstances of the murder. Headlines focus on the location of the body, the time of death, and the mystery surrounding who might have committed the crime. News reports also highlighted the fact that Lanyah's child was now left without a mother. Community groups in Cincinnati responded by calling for justice. Youth activists and neighborhood associations demanded that the police take immediate steps to solve the case. Flyers with Lanyah's photo were distributed online and in print. Many residents shared the image and details of the case on social media, using hashtags related to gun violence and justice for Black women. Some community members organized small gatherings, while others coordinated with local clergy to speak about Lanyah during public meetings and church services. Public response to the investigation has been strong. Many people online have shared sympathy for Lanyah's daughter, who is now being cared for by family members. Comments on news posts and social media platforms include calls for justice and questions about why such crimes continue to go unsolved. Some users have criticized what they see as a slow pace in the investigation, asking whether more resources should be allocated to cases involving young women of color. If this story gripped your heart and left you questioning the truth, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with others who need to hear it. For more chilling true crime stories that dive deep into the mysteries behind these tragedies, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss our latest updates, investigations, and thought-provoking discussions. Thank you for being part of this journey with us as we uncover the truth and seek justice. Together, we can make a difference. Stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next one.